to know. You got a right to know. You got a right to label these GMOs.
Yo, that's right, that's right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're the Ballyhoo Carney crew, coming straight to you from the Sustainable Living Roadshow. Thank you so much for turning out. Word.
Yeah, let's hear it again for them, folks. Bring the creativity. The marchers have been marching for 16 days, but the roadshow has been on the road for 2.5 months now. We have another month. We set up eco-villages at festivals and go to college campuses. Every weekend we're on the road. So check us out at the sustainablelivingroadshow.org. Thank you, Ballyhoo crew. Our next speaker, Megan Westgate, you've seen her up on the stage here. She is co-emceeing this event with me. She is the executive director of the Non-GMO Project, one of the leaders behind this march, one of the people who have pushed and worked their life to kind of demand labeling and create the opportunity for labeling of GMOs in the U.S. She's going to tell you a lot more about what she does. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Megan.
Telling you that we just today launched a new website. Please check out nongmoproject.org. It is the most comprehensive resource on the web for learning about GMOs. Some of the statistics that you've heard today about percentage of crops, risk ingredients, all of that kind of stuff. The list of countries that or information about the countries that have mandatory labeling, all of that's on our website. There's something else I want to tell you about. What the Non-GMO Project does, our mission is to preserve a non-GMO food supply. And we do that with a market-based strategy. We believe that when we put non-GMO labels on products and give people a choice, that companies will stop buying GMO ingredients. We fully support efforts to get mandatory labeling. We would love to see the government step up and protect us the way they do in other countries, but we were tired of sitting around and waiting for that to happen. We took matters into our own hands. The Non-GMO Project has North America's only third-party product verification program for foods that are made without genetically engineered ingredients. When you see the Non-GMO Project verified seal on a product, you can know that the risk ingredients in that item have been tested. That's really important because we believe that everyone has the right to know what's in their food, and that if you don't want to be part of the GMO experiment, you shouldn't have to be. And what the Non-GMO Project does is give everyone a clear action item, something that you can do today to protect yourself and your family and help preserve a non-GMO future. So while we keep working on these lawsuits and efforts for mandatory labeling, make sure that when you're shopping, you are voting for a non-GMO future. And toward that end, on our new website that we just launched today, there is a feature where you can search all of the thousands of products that are now Non-GMO Project verified. And if you search for a favorite brand or product that doesn't show up on the list, you can send them a message and ask them to become Non-GMO Project verified. And let your favorite brands know how important non-GMO is to you. It's an action step you can take right now if you go to nongmoproject.org. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is not only the co-founder and chairman of the country's largest natural foods distribution company, UNFI, but is also one of the most steadfast advocates in the non-GMO movement. He is the president of the Non-GMO Project and is a member of AC21, the USDA Advisory Committee on Biotechnology and 21st Century Agriculture. He has used his considerable influence to help make non-GMO the most focused on issue in the natural and organic product industry. And when our children look back and thank us for protecting a non-GMO food supply, he will be one who deserves special gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Michael Funk. Woo! And special guest.
Oh, listen, I'll never decide.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there all day, and thanks you for all your marching and all your energy. I thought I'd bring up here the two most important reasons for me to be involved in this this cause. My son Ari and my daughter Annabella, who's our future activists here to help us change the world here. This is the reason the next generation's got to deal with all the stuff we're creating here. And I was one of the founders of the organic food industry 35 plus years ago, and we were battling the pesticide companies. Guess who brought us the GMOs? You know, it's the pesticide companies. The four largest pesticide companies in the world are the ones who are the largest GMO seed dealers. It's like deja vu all over again. And you know, if you remember that that song, that album, it was a great one. They had all this hype about these pesticides and herbicides were safe. They'd done all these studies. There was nothing to worry about. There's this great ad about DDT, you know, like in 1947 or something, that says, "Oh, it's safe. It's good for me. It's going to save the world. It's going to feed the world," and all that stuff. So they haven't given us any reason to trust them, and now they're saying the same things about GMOs. So I say until they've proven themselves, we shouldn't be trusting them. You know, and it's not just about the right to know. For all the farmers in the group, all the Organic Valley people, how about the right to grow? You know, it's like right now farmers are not protected. You know, if they get contaminated by their GMO neighbors or by the GMO food supply, you know, they stand to lose. They're not compensated or protected in any way. One of the things we're trying to do here in Washington, D.C. on this AC 21 committee is find some compensation, find some liability protection. It's an uphill battle because you know who rules the day here. It's the biotech money. They spend more than anybody else probably, except maybe oil companies. And you know, it's a real battle to get change here. The one way we know we can get change is like the same way we got it with organic food. You know, 12% of all produce sold in the U.S. today is organic, people. That's an amazing number from nothing, you know, 35 years ago. If we build that same thing, if we get all those people who are buying organic food to make a statement about we're not going to buy any GMOs, we're going to be able to change. You know, in Europe with Joseph, and special thanks to Joseph and all the folks from Rapunzel coming over here from Germany. You know, they've already got their thing solved and they're trying to help us out here. That's